Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my a.c.e. in San Francisco concert experience, and boy was an experience. Like literally this whole weekend was filled with just so much. It was a hectic, crazy, beautiful time, and I will treasure for the rest of my life. It was honestly such a great experience. There was a couple like ups and downs, but for the most part I had a blast and it was so fun. But yeah, I went with my best friends and they had ended up like camping out, and I camped out for like a little, probably like 2 hours or a little bit, but I'm not gonna talk too much about like that situation because it was just honestly messy and I don't want to talk about it too much. I mean, it wasn't too bad on my part, but more stressful for like my friends because they had like camped out since like I believe like 4 or 6 p.m. before the concert, like the day before the concert. So they were just like running very low on sleep and very tired and already just like pissed off at the whole situation. So it was more like on their end of it was more like on their side, not so much on my side, so I don't really want to talk too much about it because I just don't want to dwell on the negative, because honestly my weekend had been really great. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get quite into like the meat of my experience of a.c.e. But I did end up getting a couple of freebies while waiting in a line, which this is the first time that I ended up waiting in line for a concert, because usually when I go to a concert, one, I am usually going like right as the concert starts, like right whatever time it starts, and two, I'm either late, which is literally hashtag my life. I am late. Like I was literally late to my work party today, 30 minutes, and it was so awkward because they literally roasted me. Like they put me on blast because I was late, and I'm just like, bro, like I woke up, I just got home, I was tired, running on like zero sleep, and I still had to get like my wrapping paper for my present for Secret Santa, and it was just like, I didn't need it, I don't need it. But anyways, this was the first time I had waited in line for a concert, because I'm usually late where I go when it happens, when it starts. But this time, since I was with my best friends, I ended up waiting with them, and also because they had VIP, I had to wait with them, or else I would have just been like in the hotel room. So yeah, I got GA tickets. And the great thing about like this whole a.c.e. concert was that even if you had GA, which is like the lowest ticketing tier, you also got hitouch, which is what VIP got. So the main difference between VIP and GA was the fact that for VIP they had the extra benefit of like getting early merch plus a 10 or 15% off of the early merch, and also the hitouch, plus they also would have gotten like a photo card personally handed to them by the members. But the one thing about this too as well, which I feel really bad for my friends because they literally paid the highest ticket tier just to get what I got. So basically, like I think they told this to us like before the hitouch is starting. They literally said that like something happened with like a shipping malfunction or whatever, so like the photo cards weren't at the venue, or they didn't have them yet, so members weren't able to give it to them, so they missed out on that experience. I think they're still gonna get their signed photo cards, but it's gonna be sent through the mail. But it sucks because like part of like the VIP package was the fact that, the members were gonna personally hand them the photo cards, which really sucks. I'm not gonna dwell too much on that because I don't know what happened with that, but you would think that they would let them know beforehand. I don't know, but yeah, that was that. And what else? I'm like so lost of where I was talking about. Let me take a bullet break to think about this. This is from Plenty. If you're ever in SF, you should check out Plenty. It's one of my favorite boba places in Plenty in SF. It's so good, and I get the oolong tea with sea salt cream, and it's chef's kiss. It's one of my favorites, so I definitely recommend Plenty. But yeah, that was my first time waiting in line for a concert in a long time, because again, I usually go by myself too, so I don't want to wait in, and I usually don't have like I never have gotten a P1 ticket or anything like that, so I never really had to wait in line for a good spot, because usually the seat, like every concert that I've usually been to is like seated too, so I didn't really have to like do all the extra necessities and stuff like that. That's why I would always go like when it started. But the one thing about not waiting in line for concerts is that you miss out on a lot of freebies and making K-pop friends, which usually I'm not very social, and honestly I feel like I have just like this, I'm so scared of social interaction, of like talking to new people and just like trying to keep up a conversation, that I just don't want to talk to people. And I know that sounds like really bad, but it's just because like my social anxiety is just like, I mean, I can like stand next to a person and just like not talk to them, and that's as far as like my social interaction can go, because I'm just always so awkward and nervous. Sometimes like I can break out of that, but most of the times I'm just like, oh, you know, and usually a lot of people have like their friends with them, so like it's a little bit more difficult. So I'm just not social in general, so that's why I have such a hard time and waiting in line, because yeah, that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyways, I ended up getting a couple freebies. So a lot of people were handing out slogans, so one of the slogans I got was this one, and I don't know what it says. She told me what the translation was, but I forgot. So that was that one. And then the other one I got was this one, and honestly this one's like really beat up, because I actually took this one inside the concert with me, and for the first half, like just like holding it and everything like that, it just got really bad. I had to like put it down in the beginning of the concert because it was already getting like really bad, but it just has the members on it. So yeah, there's let me see, there's Wow, there's Chan, and then there's Byungkwon, and there is Jun, and then there is Donghoon. Yes, so there's them, and it just has something in Korean. I think you're supposed to hold this up for something. It says, please hold this up during Do It Like Me. So yeah, there's that one. And then I think I got a couple of photos. Oh, actually I got one more. I'll grab it before, but so the other ones that I got were this one. So this is just says the US tour in 2019. It has the member on it. Hope you can see this. And then on the back of this it has Donghoon, Chan, and then Byungkwon. So this is a good photo card, so I like that. And then I also got this Donghoon photo card. Yes, so beautiful. He is like one of my biases in Ace, and he is such a precious being. Beautiful. Oh my god, his voice is legit motherfucking beautiful. He is everything. But yeah, that's that. And then I had one more, so let me grab it. Oh, okay, turns out I got more than one. But yeah, so here's another one that I got. It was, this one is kind of bent because it was in my jacket, but this is Byungkwon, and I think this is like the superstar, is that the game called? I don't know, that game where you can, it's like the, look it up. But yeah, there's this one, and then I also got another Byungkwon like literally loved me, so I love him. Oh my god, he's so, yes. And then I also got a sticker, and it has all the members. So yeah, there's that. So that's all the merch, or not the merch, but like little freebies that I got while standing in line. So these are great. Now on to the actual concert stuff, which is what you guys mostly are here for, if you're even here. But anyways, yeah, so for me, they went to the August Hall, so I've already been to that concert venue before another concert, which was for the band Camino, so I already knew like the layout and everything for this concert. So they have like a balcony, and they also have like the floor, and there's like a drink station in the back, which I got a wristband for, which I literally waited for the guy to check my ID and give this for me when I didn't want to drink at all. I just didn't know what it was for, so I stood in line for it. I wasted time getting it because I didn't need it. But yeah, so there's like a drink station in the back, and then on the sides of like the floor area would be like this like designated like section, I think, for like is it like handicap and like ADA and stuff like that or something like that. So like there's like different designated sections, and then on in front of that were like the stairwells to go up onto the balcony. And so yeah, I was in the back. So I tried the floor and I looked, and then I was gonna try and go on the balcony. So I went up in the balcony and I tried that. I went to both sides, and honestly nothing really was working. I still couldn't see very well, so I was like, nah. I didn't have like the best experience when I went to the another concert there and had to go on the balcony, so I'm gonna try the bottom. And the bottom was honestly a little bit better because you could go further back and you could see them a little bit more. But yeah, so I was there for a little bit and I could only see kind of like from here up, I would say. There was this like first little platform of the stairwell, and people weren't allowed to stand on the stairwell. Like literally every like 1 minute I would see a freaking fan like go on that like first platform of the stairwell, and like a staff would come and be like, thank you, but you cannot stand there, and they would have to leave. And then literally right after, another person would come and they would have to keep on going back and forth. It's honestly so funny. But like on the side of like that first stairwell platform, there was like this little section that had like a little tiny platform and a railing, and there were two girls there, and they were standing on top of that little platform and holding onto the railing to like look over at the boys. And so they ended up leaving to like the pit area. So as soon as that happened, I swooped in on my chance to go and grab that spot, and the staff didn't like move people from that specific spot. So honestly, the entire time I was like bother free, and I had that spot the entire time of the concert, and it was great. It was kind of tiring because I had to like hold on to the railing and hold myself up and put my shoes between like the platform and the little bottom railing, and it was kind of tiring. But you know, it was still a good spot because I was able to see the boys a lot better. But in general, a pretty good spot. So thank you to those girls who ended up leaving and giving me a good spot because I was chilling. Anyways, and then the concert happened. Honestly, they have great stage presence, like such great stage presence. Ace is one of those groups where I really like them. Like when they first debuted with Cactus, I was just like, who is these mans with these sharp ass dance moves, these fast dance moves, and these talented bodies? Literally their voices are so beautiful. They all can sing so good. It's honestly unfair that literally all of these people are in one group and literally serving vocal, visual, dance talent all in one. Like literally unmatched. I feel threatened because they're so goddamn talented and beautiful. Oh my god, I can't. But usually if you name a group, I'm pretty sure I like them because I'm well in depth with K-pop, and I know basically a lot of groups besides ones that maybe are like really small. But usually I know a lot of K-pop groups, and I would consider myself a multi-stan because I don't really like, I wouldn't like drop money for concerts for certain groups or anything like that. My main like priorities are GOT7 and Stray Kids, and there are a few like other groups that I would literally buy tickets for too, but some other groups I wouldn't buy tickets for. But a.c.e is a group that I really wanted to see as well because my best friend, she really likes them, and I also wanted to go with her. But I'm also glad that I ended up going for myself too because they have such great stage presence. Like it was honestly like, it was so, it's different when you watch it on a screen, whereas you watch, instead of watching it like in real life and in person, like they literally were giving it their all, and I'm not complaining. They killed me quite a few times. Wow. And like, but the main standouts for me, I would say, for this concert would have had to be, for me personally, June, Tan, and then Byungkwan. So those were the 3 out of the 5 that I thought just kind of like literally like, what the frick. And like Donghoon is my bias too, and like honestly he was serving too, like his vocals and everything, and his hair was so fluffy. He's beautiful. But like for me, the main 3 that were like literally like just like, I guess because they were more in my section, because I was on the left side, so I think the reason why I paid the most attention to them was because they kept on coming to my section. But yeah, those 3, June, Byungkwan, and Chan, were literally giving me all the feels. Like I think June was like the one that was on my side the most out of the 3, and goddamn, he is so mother freaking beautiful. I think at one point he had literally like, there's like this little like tall box thing, and he literally like rested his arms on it, and he was looking at the crowd, and I was just like, don't make my heart hurt like that. Don't do it. Oh my god, so beautiful. I cannot. And then at one point, I think this is at the beginning of the concert, but they were like telling us to like scream and everything like that. They were going by like sections or something, and I think it was Chan. He was like, screams or Solijillo or whatever like that, and he like, when we were screaming, he literally like stuck out his tongue. He's like, and I was just like, boy, if you don't, please, it's the start of the concert, do not mess with my heart. And oh, but yeah, also Byungkwan, this dude, I don't know, like he's always like kind of been like bias wrecker material for me, and I was just like, seeing him in person, seeing him move, his body rolls are unmatched now. He was just like giving it his all, everything, like every part of his body was just like working till its fullest mode, and I just like was actually absolutely in shock. Like they were just so good. Like I can't even describe it, guys. Like I'm like literally going off like I'm just rambling, but like they were so mother freaking good. I can't. And like they did oh my god, a lot. So I don't really know I didn't look up the set list for this concert, and I don't really listen too much to their B-sides, but I usually mainly listen to their title tracks and stuff. But there's a couple of B-sides that I do listen to, but I just don't know the names of. So it was kind of like a more, it was more of like a surprise for me. So, and also I didn't like take any fan cams, so it was more of me like just enjoying everything and just like focusing all of my attention on the members. And like it was just like crazy. Like they did Old Town Road, which is crazy. Wow and Byungkwan did like a unit of Old Town Road, and that was honestly no words. I mean, I don't really like that song too much, but they made it work, and they were giving me everything. And they did a couple of like Christmas songs, so mother freaking cute. I remember when June did the whole Last Christmas She Gave Me Heart, I was literally just like, oh my god, this is so mother freaking perfect. I forgot what Donghoon sang, but I know Chan sang Do You Want to Build a Snowman? So cute. And then he's like, okay, but oh my god, I can't. I wish I took videos now, because it was just, I'm trying to remember everything that happened, but that stood out to me. Oh my god. So this is just, I don't know. And then I think at one point they came out in like these red plaid outfits, and like Chan wore a beret, which is like literally my favorite thing in all of K-pop. When K-pop idols wear berets, like it's my favorite. But yeah, he came out in a beret, and I think my heart like skipped a beat. What else happened? Ew, that was an ugly face. What the fuck? And then they did like this like story time thing, and it was so emo. Like, oh my god, like it was like so cute. And what else? They ended up throwing candy at us, which is a hazard. But you know, I didn't get any candy, sadly. Oh, they ended up singing the 2 YouTube covers that they posted recently, which was is it easier, but I can't remember the song title of the 5 seconds of the 5 seconds of summer song, which I listen to that song all the time. I just can't. It's easier, right? Is it easier to stay? Is it easier to go? I don't want to know. Oh, but I know. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, they sang that song, and they also did the Louis Capaldi song, Someone You Love or something like that. And oh my god, that YouTube cover was beautiful, but hearing them sing that live, that was otherworldly. Like, Chan, I think honestly Chan has one of my favorite voices in Ace. There's just something about his voice that just like is really pure and clear, and like I don't know what it is, it's just really, really beautiful, and I just love hearing his voice, especially when they sing ballads. I love hearing Chan's voice. But yeah, that whole stage was just absolutely gorgeous. Like, literally their English was perfect. Like, I can't even describe how good it was. Like, I wonder what was like going on in like the staff that was for like the concert, like that didn't know like of like the group and what their thoughts were on them, because they sang that song so perfectly live that it was just crazy. What else? I there was a couple songs that I didn't know of. Like, I think I've heard like a couple of times, and like, but I didn't know the names of, but I ended up really liking the performances for. And yeah, overall it was just really, really good. It's not this like, this part is probably like not the best like explanation, but yeah, there was just like a lot of good things that happened at this concert. There was a part where they were doing like a sexy dance too, which, well, my heart. And I think June was gonna do it. I think he did it briefly, but like he didn't do it all the way. But honestly, we probably didn't need to see it because that would have killed us, to be honest. But yeah, those were like all the main things that I can remember. Honestly, it wasn't that great. Like, I didn't have any like fan experiences because I was, again, like further away. But I would like to think that they saw me in the crowd, you know, just being like, you know, I tried at like multiple points trying to go like this, and see if the members would like hold up like the sign with me, but it didn't happen. But you know, it's fine, it's cool. I tried doing this once in a while, I tried doing this once in a while, I tried doing this once in a while, I tried to wave at them once in a while. But honestly, hopefully they could have saw me. I would like to believe that they did. But yeah, that was like the concert experience. But now I'm gonna be talking about the hitouch. So originally my friends had told me that GA would be going first for hitouch and then it would be VIP, but it ended up being VIP first instead. So we had to go to the top of the balcony to wait for VIP to get their hitouch. I would say it was like 30 minutes or so for them to like set everything up for VIP. So VIP ended up going first, and at that point my back was killing me. I was tired, but like I was pulling through and I was waiting. And then so VIP went, the VIP actually went pretty fast. So yeah, I saw my friends go through their hitouch. There was like a black screen so you couldn't like see everything, but I saw them like go in. So VIP went really fast, and the next thing you know, it was GA. So we all started to like, but even before VIP was finished with their hitouch, they started saying like, okay, GA, come down to the floor. And then so then we started to make our way down and line up, and I had this thing, I was wearing like these cargo pants that I had bought, and they're on the left side of my leg. There's like a pocket and I was gonna put my phone inside that and try to video my experience because you're not allowed to have your phone out, so you can't film anything. But it didn't work out because they were on the right side of me. If my phone had been like on the right side, it would have been better, but I only got like most of the staff. And also I had like the camera up, so the audio you probably couldn't hear. I haven't actually like really gone back and looked at that video, but yeah, so that was honestly kind of a fail. So yeah, so I went down and it was crazy. Like I said, this was my first high touch experience ever in my life, so it was so surreal. And my friends were telling me how like Chan was very, 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 very energetic with everything, and honestly I was taken aback because so next thing you know, it was my turn to like do the high touch, and Chan was literally so energetic. Like he was literally pulling people through. He's like, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, like literally like grabbing people's hands and being like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was just like, oh my god, that's intimidating.
Continuously walk. Continuously walk and keep walking through. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
So like next thing you know, he's like so enthusiastic. He's grabbing his hand, like squeezing it, and he's like, thank you. And then so it literally like went by so mother freaking fast. Like if I remember the order, it was Chan, then it was Donghoon. Yes, it was Chan, and then it was Donghoon, and then it was Byungkwan, and then it was Wow, and then it was June. So that was the order. And so Chan squeezed my hand and I was like dying, and then I thought because Chan like had squeezed my hand that we were automatically just gonna like squeeze all the members' hands, because I thought like high touches were really just like this, and this, but Chan like literally got me by surprise and was like this. And then so I thought I was gonna do that for the rest of the members because they were gonna do it too. So I ended up squeezing Donghoon's hand, and I think he was kind of just going for like the high five kind of situation. So I ended up squeezing Donghoon's hand, and I felt really bad because he didn't like squeeze back. So I was like, oh shoot, I just squeezed his hand. And then I was like, oh crap. So then Byungkwan was next, so I had like a split second to react. So then I was just like, for Byungkwan, I think I just like no, not Byungkwan. I think I got my order wrong. It was Chan, then it was Donghoon, and then it was Wow, and then it was Byungkwan, and then it was June. I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember the order of Wow and Byungkwan, to be honest. But so yeah, I grabbed Chan's hand, so then I thought I was gonna squeeze Donghoon's hand, but he didn't squeeze back, so I was like, oh shoot, I don't want to hurt them. So whoever was next, whether it be Wow or Byungkwan, I think I didn't squeeze the hand. I think I kind of just like, I think I slightly squeezed whoever was next's hand, and then I'm pretty sure whoever was after that, I think I just high-fived. I really don't remember. Okay, so honestly, I don't remember how the lineup was for high touch. I don't know if it was the first one, but regardless of who was between Donghoon and June, I still kind of, that whole section was a blur, to be honest. Because literally right after I tried not to squeeze the next member's hand, whether it be Byungkwan or Wow, I literally like high-fived them, and like I think I was so amazed by Byungkwan's beauty, and then I literally forgot about Wow too as well. Like I literally was just like kind of like that middle spot was just like a blur to me because I was just like, wow, this is really happening. And the next thing, and then also I was trying not to like hurt the members as well, and then next thing I know, it was June's turn because he was last, and he looked at me and I was just like, holy crap, he's beautiful. And he smiled at me, and like I was just like, I slightly squeezed his hand, and it was like a little bit longer than I had for everybody. So I think like Chan and then June were like the longer like interaction that I had, but it was like a split second, guys, a split second. And like I don't know, all I knew was that like next thing you know, June was in front of me, and I was like, holy shit, he's motherfucking beautiful. And then like that was that, and that was the end of high touch. And like I just remember just being like, what the hell, like that even happened? Because like I said, this is my first high touch experience ever in my 4 years of being a K-pop fan. Like literally, like this year marked 4 years of being a K-pop fan, because I've been a fan since 2015, and with all of my ticketing experiences, I've been to over like less than 10 concerts, maybe like seven-ish concerts, maybe 8-ish with this one. I can't, it would take a second for me to remember all the concerts that I've been to, but I have been to so many concerts, and my ticketing experience has been literal crap. And so that's why I haven't gotten a hitouch experience, and that's why I'm very grateful for this a.c.e concert and this a.c.e experience, because they gave me my first like idol K-pop interaction ever, and it was just like so surreal and crazy that it even happened, because like seeing these people that you will watch on a screen continuously, and like that's all you usually see them as, and like seeing them in person is just like, wow, they're real human beings and they exist and they're beautiful, and it's just like so crazy, and I'm so thankful for the experience. Oh my god, it was great. Even though it went by really fast, it was like a great time, and I think, yeah, it was just a fun time, and I wish I will remember it for the rest of my life and keep it like ingrained in my mind. But obviously I'll have this video to like refresh my memory if I ever forget. But yeah, so after that I went with my friends, and I think that we waited for them to leave the venue, so it was like maybe 30-ish minutes, I would say, maybe, for them to leave. And it was honestly like a mess with fans, and like, you know, the staff telling them to move, and you know, like them not moving and then coming back, and it was just crazy. And also like there was a lot of homeless, because I think we like got out of the concert around like 11-ish maybe, or 10 something. It was only like a 2-hour concert, and we started at like 7, so it was pretty early. And there was like a lot of homeless out, and there was like just a lot of people that just like were asking for money, and it was just like a lot of people being like, oh, what's this, what are you waiting for, and all this situation. But yeah, we ended up waiting for them, and because at one point like their van had like was literally right next to us, but because of like all the fans and everything, like they ended up like moving it a little bit closer to the front, and so I couldn't, so a lot of fans like started like going to like the front of like where like you could actually stand, where the staff would be like, okay, that's where you can stand, whatever. And I couldn't see anything because we were literally like at that line, and then we moved back because like the staff told us to move back, and then the rest of the other fans literally like went in front of us like after they said that we had to go back. So it was like, what's the point? So I ended up like, there was like this little wall section that had like this like tall like platform thing, like it was like literally like a carved out square in the wall, and I was like, dude, this is my chance to get a video. So I literally stood on that like little thing, and I was able to get like a good video of them coming out. So I'll put the video clip somewhere in here. I best believe I should have gotten that on camera.
Did they get out already? I don't even know.
I think I cropped it. I'm so stupid.
Oh, let's look at food.
I took my pictures now. Good angle. I don't know. I was like looking at him because June came out, and then I was just like,
I took pictures. I don't know what I was doing.
But it was crazy because they actually came out and they were waving to us, and it was so cute. And then at one point, like June had like I think he was at the front of the line, but then he came back because like there was other fans on the other side of them, on the other section, and they were like super close to them. But June ended up coming back and like coming a little bit closer to like our section, and he was like waving at us too because he didn't want to like forget about us or like not say goodbye to us. either. So he was waving to us, and I got it on video, I think too. At first I was videoing it, but also like trying to like see them with my own eyes, so I'm not sure if I actually got it on video, but like he was waving to us. It was like the cutest thing ever. And yeah, so they went into their van. I think at one point, I think we were gonna go to Jack in the Box, so like right across the street was a Jack in the Box, so we crossed the street after they got in their van. And then I think that they left, so we were just like waving from them from the other side to be like bye bye bye. And like, oh my god, it was so cute. I can't. Such a great experience. And yeah, they left after that, and that was that. So that was like my high touch and my concert experience. But wait, it's not over. There is more. So fast forward to the next day. I had to wake up super early. After the concert, I had taken my car out of the parking garage, and then I ended up parking it on the streets of SF. And parking at night at a certain time is free in San Francisco. So the parking meters started back up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I had to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to pay for the parking. And in retrospect, I probably didn't have to pay for parking, because literally every time I went and checked, I got no ticket or anything like that. Or if I went over like my expired time, I had no ticket. So I'm pretty sure not a lot of like people, maybe it was just like luck or anything like that, but there's just not a lot of like, you know, parking meter people checking the streets or whatever. So I ended up paying like $14 in parking for nothing, to be honest. But you know, it's fine. But yeah, so I had to wake up really early to park my car and pay for the parking meter. And I wanted to also, like, since I was up, I wanted to wake myself up more, so I ended up walking around the streets in SF just to wake myself up. So I got some coffee and Starbucks, because I didn't want to go back to the hotel and like sleep again, because also on the same day, which is Saturday the 21st, I had to get tickets for Stray Kids. So Stray Kids, which is my old group, had ticketing 10 a.m. on Saturday, so I wanted to be like fully awake for that. So I ended up walking around SF for like a couple hours. It was 7. I didn't get back to around like 9:30, so I was out for like 2 hours. 8, 9, yeah. I was out about for like 2 hours. I ended up going to like Union Square and like sitting down. So after I got my coffee, I went to Union Square and like sat down and enjoy the view, or like I went and looked at the Christmas tree. And then I realized that I forgot that I had a Secret Santa at my work party that night. So I went to like get a Secret Santa gift, and then after I got my Secret Santa gift, it was like 9:30 ish maybe, and I had to get back so I could get my tickets for Stray Kids. So I walked back from the Union Square area. Well, I was a little bit further than the Union Square area. Then I walked back to the Union Square, like the Christmas tree area, and then I was going back to my hotel, and I was just following my random navigation, even though I kind of knew like kind of where I was going, but I just wanted to like make sure that I was going the right way. And guess what? I literally ran into freaking Ace on the streets of SF. What now? Like, this has been something that I have always wanted to happen, to just like randomly see your K-pop idol or your favorites just like walking the streets and then just randomly bumping into them. Like, you always hear about it happening for other people, and I was like, dude, that would have been like such a crazy experience. And literally, like, me and my friends were talking about that, and it literally mother freaking happened. And it was crazy because all I remember, I was walking and all I had was the mind like, okay, I need to get back for my Stray Kids tickets. And then I saw a van, a black van, and then I saw a person which had like an orange hoodie, and I'm pretty sure it was like one of their managers or something like that, because I had remembered that at the concert I saw the same guy. He literally, I think he was wearing the same sweater, but he literally was standing right next to me. And at the concert, I literally thought he was a fan. So I don't know, I definitely recognized him, but I thought he was a fan. But then when I stumbled upon the van, I saw that same guy, and I was like, wait, that was the guy at the concert. So that might have been his manager. And I was just like, oh my god, a.c.e are literally in this bus right now. So I was walking and I looked inside the van, and it's like a black van, so the windows are tinted, but sometimes you can see a little bit inside the van. So I saw a couple people in there, and I know that some of the members were in there, and they were just mainly on their phone, so it was not like I could say hi and just be like, you know, and they would see me, and I didn't want like people to be like, oh, like, what are you doing kind of situation or whatnot. And literally it was crazy. So as I was looking inside the van and I was looking at their manager, I was looking at them the whole time. And as I was freaking looking at the van and I was walking, I literally am looking, and then Chan is walking past me. Motherfucking Chan was looking past me, because as I was looking inside the van and I got to a certain point where Chan was like way past me, I looked back and I saw a sweater vest, or like this red like patterned vest, and I was like, oh my god, was that Chan? And like it was, and he was like looking at his phone. But it's just funny to me how I could have literally, instead of me looking inside the van, I could have been like just walking, and like Chan would have walked right in front of me, and I could have just been like, hi. And like it didn't happen because I was too busy looking inside the van, which is like, it's fine, like it's still like surreal and crazy. But I literally like I was like in this much close proximity of a.c.e, and it wasn't me just like looking for them or anything like that. I promise, like that wasn't my intention at all. I literally like ran into them and I saw them, and I was like respecting my distance, and I was just like looking in to see if they were even in there. And then Chan, like without me even knowing or realizing, literally had like walked past me, and I was just like, what the hell? And like I literally like called out my best friends. I like stopped, and like I noticed that there was like two like Korean girls, and like I didn't want to like spill the beans, because like I didn't want them to be like, oh, get alarmed or anything like that, because I wasn't like gonna do anything, but like I just didn't want them to like get alarmed or anything like that. So I ended up like moving a little bit, and I called my friends. I was like, dude, I just literally like ran into a.c.e, and I'm just like freaking out right now, because like what the hell, this is the first time this has ever happened to me, and it's like so surreal, and it was crazy. And I literally just like watched them leave, and like I went further up the street, and like I was just like waiting for them to leave, because I was just like, damn, like these are my babies, I need to like see them leave. And yeah, that was that. I watched them leave, and that was my experience with seeing a.c.e on the streets. So it was crazy, surreal, and I'm so thankful, honestly, because first of all, I got my first high touch, and I got my first like seeing an idol outside of a concert, like randomly on the streets experience with a.c.e. So literally a.c.e is like a literal first, and it was honestly amazing and great, and I'm very, very thankful, because that was just like honestly mind-blowing. And it's like crazy, because like all of my good karma is like coming back to me in terms of like just like anything K-pop related. Also, it doesn't end there too. This is like less of like an a.c.e thing, but I also ended up getting P1 tickets for Stray Kids as well, which is the first time that I'm ever getting P1 tickets again in my 4 years of being a K-pop fan. Like I think I got P1 for EXO, but that was more of like from my friend, but like me trying to go for like my favorite groups. This is the first time that I've ever gotten a P1 in my life on my own, and I'm just so like, all of my good vibes and all of my good karma has like come back to me. Like literally after I saw a.c.e randomly, I was like, take in all of these good vibes and put it into like ticketing for Stray Kids, and hopefully it went well. And it did go well for me. It was honestly really, really stressful, like prior to like getting the tickets and like waiting for tickets to go through, which is like another thing, but I don't want to add into this video. But I ended up getting Stray Kids tickets P1, so I'm gonna be high touching Stray Kids as well. So I'm just really excited, because a.c.e kind of just like gave me the good vibes that I needed, and kind of like sparked like my excitement for like K-pop concerts, because usually with my luck is not really that great when it comes to ticketing and like seeing groups and like getting that fan experience. So Ace really set in motion like a great thing for me, and I'm just like again so thankful that this happened at all. I'm so thankful for Ace for putting on such a great concert and like being so precious and like energetic and just like nice, and like being like Chan, like I just can't get over like the high touch with Ace. Like it's just gonna keep running in my mind. Like every time I think about like the high touch experience, it puts a smile on my freaking face. And yeah, oh, I also forgot to mention they also posted recently photos of them on their Twitter, and if I can find them I will put them up here. But the reason why I know it was Chan that I saw that walked past me was because he was wearing like this red and black and white like sweater, I think, but he had that same exact sweater, and I'll put it somewhere here if I can. And so it was definitely Chan that I had like walked past. So it was crazy that I honestly, again, I can't believe I was looking at the band when I could have been waving at Chan. But you know, it's fine. I still got to see them, and it was still crazy. Like I didn't actually get to personally be like, hi, thank you for the concert, have a safe flight and everything like that, because I had to go to LA the next or that day. And so, but it was still like crazy. So yeah, again, that's it. I'm rambling. I'm happy, I'm thankful, and I'm excited for what's to come in 2020, because literally this experience has like 2019 honestly has been literally shit. Like I never really understood what people had meant when they said like a certain year sucks until 2019. But you know, honestly, the end of 2019 in December might have like changed things around, and like maybe this is a sign that like in 2020 everything is gonna get back on track for me, and it's just gonna be a good year. I'm sensing this, I'm feeling the good vibes, and I just know that like this is just like calling to me and telling me that next year in 2020 I'm just gonna have a blast. And you know, I'm really excited and pumped for 2020. So I'm just again thankful to Ace because they put everything in motion and they're amazing. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because this video is crazy long and I'm sorry if it is, but yeah, I'm just super thankful. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I need to go to bed because I gotta get up early. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.